Stegosaurus here, and today we're going to work on a Denjiman Blue. This will be replacing my old Denjiman Blue. My old one is a Super Sentai Legends War model that I exported and touched up a bit. The top is a mess. It's just pieces of old DDR1 RAM that I found laying around somewhere that I busted up, glued in, put some wires, and we put some 5-minute epoxy in there to try to make it look like a visor. You'll see. We'll show you at the end. Alright, cut like around here, and just like half of it's visor, the rest isn't. Oh, that's an idea. What if I could do that with these? I don't know. But so we'll probably do stunt on this. This is probably the most like Denjiman, I would say. Probably my favorite, for sure. Red's the only one that has an actual like different design, but you know. So I'm sorry if these ones are kind of boring, the Denjiman ones. I think it's going to get a little more fun when we're putting the LEDs in and figuring out up here. There's not a lot of room to work with, so we're going to have to work with some like layer thin stuff to get it in here and then get a flush visor, which we will do. We'll vacuum form the visor. Should be able to do it. I'm hopeful. If worst comes to worst and we can't, we'll cut out this area, drop it back a little bit, and fill it in. I'm not worried about that at all. Drilling all the holes to make the stunt might be, because I've seen some stunts on some Japanese auction sites, and they're just all holes. All holes. So at least we can put a pattern. So I guess that's a grid. Oh boy, a grid. So this thing. Hopefully I don't get these confused while I'm working on them, because they all look the same. Kinda. But yeah, we'll get to this, and we might just speed up. Unless we run into any snags, we'll probably get to the fun part, so stay tuned. Alright, we're going to start putting stuff in the brain here. Just some little stuff I printed. We'll just fill it in with some super glue, make it look busy, and it's usually good enough. I apologize, this is Denzi Yellow. I lost the footage for this one, but all this is a 0.2 PET sheet that I'm heating with a heat gun and pulling it by hand around the shape of the visor. Worked pretty well, works better than the PETG sheets. Those crinkle when you heat them with a heat gun. These keep their shape and allow you to stretch it. So we did that, and then we just traced the outline of the visor and cut it out. And we're good to go. Cut out some of this visor so we can see through it, since we are doing actual visors. Shouldn't be too bad. Probably just gonna go like doot doot doot, you know, something simple. So let's do it. And with the visor on, that's what we'll be able to see out of. Should be more than fine. I'll take a little bit, just take a file around the edge, but yep, should be good. Getting there, getting there, getting there. It's getting excited. So excited to finally get some paint on Denzi Blue here. We'll get blue on it, mask, do the black, and then the silver, and then we'll get into the blood and guts of it. So let's get to it. Put the black on here. I can't remember. I think this is all black. Now that I think about it, I think it's all black. No, because it stops for the visors. That's where the visor stops. We're gonna roll with that. For some reason, these are escaping me. What these little parts down here where the visor isn't are, I don't know. Just gonna put a coat of black on here. I'm not worried about masking off the silver. And once that sets, we will do the silver. I need to spray the visor still. And then we'll get a little fun stuff done. Just a quick, dirty mask Not a big deal. If we get some, we're going to probably have to touch up around here anyway with some acrylic. Putting a visor over it, so I'm not super worried about it, but we will put silver on here. And then we should be good to start hand painting the fun stuff. Get the LEDs in it, you know. I need to find the top visor parts and start sanding them. I don't know where they're at. And we'll get his visor tinted as well. Finally, we are going to start working on the brain of blue here. You know the deal. Just going to hand paint some random colors in here, make it look good. Look up some pictures. We'll drill some holes, put some LEDs in. Probably won't get to that this morning, but we're going to get the paint done. And we'll go from there. Finally got the painting done for the top part. Took 3 coats, but I think it looks pretty good. We're gonna drill the holes out for the LEDs. We'll get them wired up, get that all put together. I'm gonna have to get a battery to test it. Do that, we'll get the visor on. I think, or maybe we'll just clear it and then we'll get the visor on. And then I need to find the covers that I've printed and get them ready to vacuum form. But we can do that after we get this cleared and the visor put on. Hopefully it gives me the motivation to just finish it. So that's the plan. Let's get to it. Sorry for all the wild angles. This was a headache. This was a headache. Like, the LEDs are nice, but the battery pack things I bought, like the wires are so thin, like they won't stick, and the soldering won't get on them. Solder, whatever. It's just a headache. But there we go. Denzi blue done. LEDs at least. Well, that makes me feel better. We will get this glued in here. I'll put some black foam in there and that should be fine. So that's good for this one. I will probably get this cleared next. I think that's the way to go. Then I gotta find that top part and we'll get going on that. But we'll move on to, actually, you know what, we'll try to put the visor on. And then we'll clear it. Nope. Change my mind again. We'll clear it and then get the visor on. I think that's the go-to. That's what we're gonna do. So stand by. We got the visor on. We use super glue, and like I said earlier, we got where it cures. You can see. Other than that, I think it looks good. Nice flush Denjiman visor. I'll get the tops of these sanded, and we'll get them formed next week. We should be done. So, time to vacuum form the top cover, I guess. This buck is pretty okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. We shouldn't have any issues. It's pretty small and easy. So just heat up. That's just 0.02 PETG plastic sheets. Soak up from a vacuum. We'll heat it up with a heat gun, and it should form okay. There we go. Oops. Tape's stuck. Just went around the edge with black paint marker just so I have a general idea where we need to cut. This should kind of pop out. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's so cool. Definitely cool. So we'll get this cut out, we'll glue it in, and it's elastic, and then we will get to the spin around. And there we go. Probably my favorite Denjiman helmet done. Actually, we're just editing the beginning of this video, and I just drag on about Denjiman for way too long. I even cut a bunch out, so I'm sorry about that. And we kind of just jumped into it. Missed a couple things. I want to apologize for that spin around. No matter what I did, I couldn't even find anything to like prop it up enough to keep it from not leaning. So it is what it is. I'm sorry. It looked bad. It really made this look bad up here. I don't know why it looks so bad. It doesn't look that bad in person. It is lifted here, and like I said, it has a lot to do with just how shallow these were. Straight on the shelf, it's gonna look fine. Let's not worry about it. You know, this side looks okay, but oh boy, I'm not happy with that. It is something I need to work on. We need to get better at stuff like this, you know. I mean, I vacuum formed it perfectly to what it printed. The print might have been off, you know, and I can't take it off the supports to try it because I need them to keep the buck together. And it could be because this stuff is just too high in here. A lot of variables, hard to pinpoint what exactly it was, but I think it looks good. Now, here's my old one. Here's my old one. Are you ready for this? So, here's the old one. As you can see, terrible. This is terrible. I think even with the shortcomings on this, it's so much better than this. This is going in the garbage, so tell this goodbye. It proved its point as being part of my initial goal was to have a helmet of every season on my shelf. And, you know, that was one of them. That was a PEP version, I think, or Super Sentai Legend Wars that I fixed up. Garbage. 3 Command Center. Killed it with these. I do wish, like I said, these were deeper. I think that would make them so much better models. You know, maybe that's something I can mention to him. I don't think he'll ever go back and fix them unless someone asks him. So if you do, if you have bought these models, like, hey, can you go back and like drop us down like 10, 15 mil, just so stuff fits better. I don't know. But other than that, I think we did okay with the visor. Aside from the super glue mistake, I got the wrong stuff. I did talk to Space Ranger 335, and he got me on to the right thing. You'll see that in the yellow video. I can't remember what it's called right now, but when we do yellow, we can use the right type of glue so we don't get this white. I did cover it up with acrylic marker, and if we hit it with clear, probably look okay. But, you know, it is my mistake, and I'll own up to it. But I hope you enjoyed this. Slowly getting through these Denjiman. I promise the last one is going to be chef kiss. I promise. Even the one I did with this one at the same time is even better than this one. So you'll see. You'll see. We will get there. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. As always, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter at Stickosaurus. Facebook, Stickosaurus Cosplays and Props. Down in the description is my link tree that has a link to our Patreon where we do community builds, community-only videos. There's a Kamen Rider suit on there if you're interested in that, so check that out. Also, link to the merch store if you're interested in t-shirts or anything. It all helps me out, helps me keep doing this and getting better equipment and stuff to make better helmets for people and for your entertainment. And myself, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day.